This one is one that hit a lot of people hard because it came out of nowhere. William Hurt, Academy Award. Did he win it or was he just a nominee?
He won.
He won it, yeah. He was Academy Award winner. He passed away at the age of 71. Now, a lot of people who aren't familiar with his track record of the incredible body of work that which he has, he won the Oscar for Kiss of the Spider Woman. Yes, he did. But what a lot of people know him from is he was General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, well, now Secretary of Defense in the last Avengers movie. And a lot of people were like, oh my God, if you know the comics, you know Thunderbolt Ross becomes the Red Hulk. This is sad. Passed a week away before his 72nd birthday. Winston?
I obviously want to, send that love and healing energy to his family. That's really fucking sad to have that happen. I think the thing that pissed me off more than anything about this, though, was the fact that people, the minute it got announced that he died, people weren't yelling, I mean, they were saying RIP, but they were like, oh man, RIP William Hurt. Now we don't get the Red Hulk. Fuck you. Literally. The man just passed. His family's trying to deal with it, especially what comes with having to make a public fucking statement. And your first thought is, who's going to be the Red Hulk now? Are we even getting Red Hulk? Are you fucking serious?
But first of all, I don't know why you get upset about that when this is the internet.
I say that
because you know what's gonna. If it's anybody prominent in something that we're looking forward to, I get where you're coming from. I get it. I'm with you 130%. But people are going to automatically do that, bro.
And they need to be called out. But that's the thing. You call people out when they do dumb shit. I'm calling out those motherfuckers that did that in the same way that there were a few people that instantly went to, what do we do with T'Challa now? The same day when Chadwick passed. You want to have that conversation in a couple days, a week? Fine.
Oh, yeah, them niggas are.
Family and the fans deal with the fact that someone that they really cared about is gone. Like, what are you doing?
Again, I agree. Same thing with Chadwick and anyone. When there's someone who's like I said, when they're prominent in our eye and we see them in things moving forward, of course, some people don't know how to directly handle it. I agree with you 100-fold. And so that is a very sad thing. But I have to talk about this. An icon has passed away. The legendary Scott Hall, man. Many people knew him from his WWF days when they were introduced to him as Razor Ramon. He later went to WCW under his real name and was a member of the Outsiders, then the NWO. Of course, I remember watching him back in AWA days, and then we followed his career, and we followed all the bumps in his life he went through. He passed away after suffering 3 heart attacks due to complications after having hip surgery. He fell and went in for hip surgery and had 3 heart attacks. And he was placed on life support, and yesterday he was removed. A lot of people, you found out Razor Ramon because he was the bad guy. His gimmick was based off of Scarface, the movie, and he made it cool to be the bad guy. I personally was blessed with the honor to hang with Scott Hall after a show. I got to talk to him. It was me. It wasn't number like maybe 10 of us total. We went to a restaurant and we closed the restaurant down, eating sushi, just talking and listening to him tell stories from life on the road and backstage and give advice about the business, and a genuine person. And to people who knew him even better than I had the honor of knowing him for that several hours, people who've known him for years and who've traveled the road with him, his family, his friends, fans, deepest condolences, man. This hurts a lot. He is a twice inducted member of the WWE Hall of Fame, and he gave.
How do you get twice inducted?
He's inducted as Razor Ramon and as a member of the NWO.
Oh wow,
he's a member of the NWO. Yeah, some people are like Booker T's in twice for himself and Harlem Heat. Flair's in twice. Triple H will be in twice. Shawn Michaels, many other people being twice. But during his Hall of Fame speech, he said one line that resonates with so many people still to this day. Check this out.
Wow. That's really, really impressive, man. I recognize his face, and I probably recognize him from random matches, but it's obviously a little over my head here. So all I can say with that is, rest in peace and healing energy to his family and all the fans that are affected by this, man.
Him and Shawn Michaels are credited for starting the revolution in wrestling of the ladder matches, and to this day still hold, even though at the first, and this has been almost 20 some years later, hold the damn near title of the top ladder match ever. And we've seen crazy ladder matches, from TLC matches, Money in the Bank ladder matches, and everything in between. And Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, that is still one of the top ones. But in another bit of wrestling news, because these have been big stories, my brother, man, Big E, broke his neck this past week on Smackdown. Now, this was an unfortunate accident that happened. This happened live in the crowd in front of Birmingham, Alabama, during a spot outside of the ring with Big E and Ridge Holland. Check this out.
Ridge almost set up. Big E knew what was coming. And now Ridge with a throw. His arms dropping. Big E right on the top of his head.
E was dropped dead on his head from there. And of course, afterwards, the match finished and medical personnel tended to him and they stretched him out. And then he gave the thumbs up to people. But then he immediately said, this is something about Big E that throughout it all, you cannot help but be admired by this man, because he sent this video out afterwards.
I can't thank all of you beautiful people enough for all of your concern and your messages. It's very heartwarming. I can move all my digits. You see that? That's nice. That's always a good thing. Strength feels fine, but unfortunately, right now they tell me my neck is broken. So there's that. But once again, thank you, everybody. I'm gonna be all right. I'll be good. Don't worry. Go to sleep. Don't worry about old me. But for real, thank you. And I appreciate all of you, for real.
That was that. And then he later the next day gave another update to everybody, kind of further affirming everything that was going on.
So I got some really good news, all things considered. The C1 and C6 are indeed fractured. Not displacement, though, which is a very good thing. And I don't have any damage to my spinal cord, no ligament damage, and no surgery, which I'm very thankful for. And a pro tip, if you're going to break your neck, do it in Birmingham. They've been great. Everyone here at UAB has been great. But for real, it's meant a ton to me that so many of you have been so kind and reached out, stopped in to see me, texted me. I know I feel like I sound like a broken record, but I am very grateful. And I'm going to be all right. It's a blessing.
Now, again, people talk about the spot that happened, Winston, outside the ring, the belly-to-belly overhead. And I heard some people on Twitter going, fire Ridge Holland, this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something. Unfortunately, mistakes happen in this business. They are terrible when they happen. And just as bad as we all feel for Big E, I can honestly tell you, no one probably feels even more worse than Ridge Holland. There is a technique thing. You got to have him loose so he can flip over and everything. He had him in and tight. So again, the technique part about the release. There's a risk we all take when we step through those ropes, man. And I say step through the ropes, even though that was outside of the ring. There's a risk we take when performing and doing this art, this level of athleticism to entertain the people who watch. People can always say, oh, wrestling is fake and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, the matches may be choreographed and the winners may be predetermined, but shit like that happens.
Yeah, I'm actually my most curious aspect of all of this. I don't know if you knew that John Oliver a little while ago did a whole segment about the WWE and about like medical insurance and all the stuff that kind of goes through and how they're still treated as like independent contractors and shit where they a lot of times don't get coverage. So I am a little worried about him, not just about his recovery. Obviously, that is the scariest part that you worry about first. I'm curious what ends up happening as far as like, is he ultimately going to be covered on all of this?
Yeah, he'll be taking care of all that. He's not only, here's why he'll be taken care of. He's a top tier star. Unfortunately, and I hate to use that terminology. If he was just a lower level wrestler or something, he may not get covered. If he was a guy just being brought in once or twice, but he's a top tier star. He's a former WWE champion just recently, was about to have a high profile match at WrestleMania. So they are going to take care of him and make sure. And again, Birmingham is where Dr. Andrews is, one of the guys they always go to see Like if you got to have some major work done in sports medicine, he's the guy to go see. And so he's, had a very great working relationship with the WWE, its talent and so on and so forth. And so to see all that, it is very sad, but he will be taken care of. And I understand. I remember that John Oliver piece. I do. I remember that.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people have been saying, yes, all wrestlers should be covered and stuff and third. When it comes to the WWE, I do agree. Yes, you should become an employee.
Once you get up to the WWE, bro.
Well, just not even just the WWE, just any major on television promotion.
Well, no, I agree. I agree. AEW up there too. But I'm saying the WWE as an example, bro. They're a $1 billion company, multi-billions. Like for you not to cover people that are literally putting their bodies on the line, it was actually what was interesting to me about the last season of Ballers, how that also became, a topic there, because both don't do a very good job of taking care of people that have literally given not just sweat and tears, but so much blood, so many injuries to entertain and bring billions to the people in charge. So I genuinely hope that's fully covered for him, and I hope that continues for everybody else.
And here's the crazy part: again, being an independent wrestler, you see wrestlers who might appear on something once or twice, unless they're signed. But when we're traveling and you're going around the road and you're doing all these shows, you get hurt. You gotta hope to God you can fake out your insurance. If you got insurance, and tell them what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting around here, thumb sprained, fucking still got the, saying, luckily I don't have any bruises or anything that shows discoloration. So I know it's not torn, because a tear would have discoloration. But I got to make sure I'm okay. And if something happens, I have to, play it off and change clothes and be like, what happened? I fell. What you do? I ran into a door, some stupid shit. It sounds jokingly, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth, man. So
thank you for watching Blerds in the Hood. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share. For full episodes, join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific over at twitch.tv/Blerds, the letter NTHEHOOD.